it can be gone, then it can be fixed. If it can be fused, then it can be split. It's all under control. It's all under control. It's all under control. It's all under control. If it can be lost, then it can be won. If it can be touched, then it can be turned. All you need is time. 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 All you need is if it can be worked, then it can be fixed. If it can be fused, then it can be split. It's all under control. It's all under control. It's all under control. It's all under control. If it can be lost, then it can be won. If it can be touched, then it can be turned. All you need is time. 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 All you need is
Promise the one we claim it. What were we hoping for? We promise the world we tame it. What were we hoping for?
sense of purpose, a sense of skill, a sense of function, but a disregard. We will not be the first. 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 You said you're gonna conquer. We've won this.
Our first memory was a white blank wall, a sleeping hall that was clean and was bare of all things save 100 identical beds with white identical sheets. We are different. We have always been different. It is a burden to be different, to be born with a curse, and it is a sin to be different. We were not wise and good like our brothers. We loved all our brothers alike. But we fought with our brothers often. Because we had an urge to fight. Urges we can neither control nor explain. Of all the children of our year, we were locked up most often. And that is where we learned what it felt like to be alone. In the cellar of the home of the infants. Although even then we were watched over by our superintendents. The law forbids us to be alone at any time, for it is a great transgression and is the root of all evil. But we felt a great distance from our brothers, and we felt alone. We were frightened of our thoughts when we were alone. We dared not speak of them, for we knew that it was base and evil to speak alone to no ears but our own, and there is no transgression blacker than to act or think alone. We found ourselves thinking alone, especially at night. We found ourselves staring at the blank wall in the sleeping hall, which is clean and is bare of all things save 100 identical beds. And we can see as if we can see colors and shapes appearing out of nothingness on the wall. We can hear nothing save our brothers' breaths, and sometimes, when it's really quiet, their heartbeats. We found ourselves discovering rhythms in our brothers' breaths and heartbeats. We found ourselves smiling at our discoveries. And then we remembered that it is forbidden to smile without proper reason. And then we found ourselves wondering what the Council of Vocation shall prescribe to us as our life mandate, which we shall keep until we have lived our life of a working man and enter the home of the useless, to wait for our end.
Federation 40714!
Present!
Carpenter!
The will of our brothers be done.
We used to try to forget our lessons when we were at the home of the students, for it took us less time than it did our brothers to understand, and it made us different. We did not like to appear different.
Democracy 72500!
Present.
Present!
The will of our brothers be
We
done.
wanted to learn more than what was taught, although we knew that it was evil to wish for more than what was necessary.
Alliance 80016!
Present.
Doctor!
The will of our brothers be done. All men are required to work after they have reached their 18th year. We are to be given our life mandates on the first day of spring.
International 48818.
Present.
Street sweeper.
The will of our brothers be done.
All men would be assigned to work different posts as doctors, cooks, teachers, caretakers, bakers, transcribers, construction workers. And we will go to work right away and do not study further. Unless we were selected a leader. Or a scholar. Leaders will study for many years and will be candidates of the city council, the state council, even the world council. They will be selected by a free and general vote of all men.
Affiliation 82309.
Present!
Leader.
The will of our brothers be done.
We did not wish to be selected a leader, even though it is a great honor. We wish to be a scholar. We wish to be sent to the home of the scholar so that we would be granted our wish to learn for the rest of our life.
Liberty 53000.
Present.
Peasant.
The will of our brothers be done.
We do not speak of our wish. We were guilty of the great transgression of preference by ruminating on such a wish. We are one in all and all in one.
We are one and all.
We
There
are
are no
one
men,
and all
but
and
only the
all.
There
great
are
we.
no men,
There are
but
no
only
men,
the great
but
we,
indivisible,
one,
forever.
indivisible, and forever.
One and all.
Republic 72521.
Present.
Street sweeper.
The will of our brothers be done.
Repeat.
The will of our brothers be done.
We are one in all and all in one.
We are one in all and all in one.
By the grace of our brothers are we allowed our lives.
By the grace of our brothers are we allowed our lives.
We are nothing. Mankind is all.
We are nothing. Mankind is all. We exist through, by, and for our brothers who are the state. There are no men, but only the great we. One, indivisible, and forever.
Union 53992. Your broom is better than ours. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Care to switch?
They are all identical, our brother. The superintendent of the home makes sure of that.
International 48818. How tall are you this morning?
6 foot 2 inches tall.
5'10". We wish we could change our bones so that
We cannot change our bones or our bodies.
Oh, shame.
Shame. You have not been blessed with proper height. There's something even Union 53992 has over you.
Shame.
What is our new assignment?
We're to clear the ravine behind the theater every morning until our next assignment arrives. Hey, stop being cool. Report Union 53992. You'll give them another convulsion.
You know, they say all occupations are equal, and
No man shall take any more pleasure in their post than any other, but we cannot help but think that the home of the street sweepers is where the Council of Vocation sends all the misfits. We are the only ones not allowed to the palace in mating.
Brother, you have committed a crime just by thinking that.
We know very well you think the same. Union 53992, they are here because they have only half a brain. You are here because you are... well, you are notorious for having one too many questions. Wandering off when you're supposed to see a foot, and when the teachers would ask what you were doing, you would say, oh, we were looking at the stars. It was a transgression requiring knowledge beyond our requirements. And we are here because you smile too much.
It is against the law to smile without proper reason.
And because you drew pictures that made our brothers laugh.
They made us laugh.
We should have made those drawings.
Only our brothers at the home of the artists are permitted to
Did
draw.
you wish to be selected to the home of the
We
artists?
should not wish such things. It is evil
But did you?
to... Yes.
We wish to be a scholar.
We guessed as much. We are not selected for the home of the artists because we are not fit for it. We are not gifted with the skills. We felt happy that we can make our brothers laugh with our drawings, but it wasn't a proper kind of happiness. That was not a good enough reason for us to tell. The Council of Vocations is wise and know what is best for us. Come on, we ought to finish cleaning the ravine by the end of the day.
Leaves are blown everywhere.
It's a wild party for them every night, and whatever direction the wind takes them, they blow as they please. Look.
Ooh, we are going down.
It is forbidden.
How can it be? The council cannot forbid something it doesn't know about yet.
Since the council does not know of this tunnel, there can be no law permitting us to enter, and everything that is not permitted by the law is forbidden.
We are going nonetheless. Are you coming with us? Before the Great Rebirth, there were the unmentionable times. Our teacher said so. We do not know anything about the unmentionable times. Our teachers forbade us to ask anything about them. But as we hung on to these iron rungs with our hands and feet, descending deeper into the unknown, as the sky above us grew smaller and smaller and the darkness began to swallow us, we knew. Our feet finally touched the ground and things began to take shape around us as our eyes became more accustomed to the darkness. Never in our life have we been so frightened. These things that we are looking at around us, they belong to the unmentionable times. They are damned who touch the things of those times, and yet never in our life have we been so excited. Our fingers trace the iron tracks and we can almost feel the breath from the past. We felt a thirst to decipher the secrets, those secrets seeping into our blood like poison. We will never share this feeling with anyone, not even International 4AA permit. We ought to love all our brothers equally. For it is a crime to say that we are best friends. It is a transgression of preference. For the first time, we thought we might lose our friend. Felt what it was like to be alone.
But we felt something different.
How? No, do not tell us.
There must be something wrong with us.
There must be. You have to forget about this. Our sister, pluck this feeling out of your heart.
We know this is what we ought to do, but we do not
It's
wish
against
to.
all the rules you take notice of to even think about men.
We felt as if we've taken ill whenever they look upon us. Shh. We knew they looked upon us.
And do they know?
They do not look at us when we look at them,
You,
but
our sister, are breaking all the laws.
we know. We feel such guilt. Please do not tell.
Are you going to speak with them?
No. No. Please do not tell.
I'm going to speak with them.
Maybe.
Why?
Because they're different.
Why is that?
Because we took notice of them.
Well, what have you seen in the tunnel? No, do not tell us. We ought to report your discovery to the city council.
No.
What do you mean? Will we reward?
No, we beg of you, International 48818. Keep this secret for us. The council can never know about this.
Well, we must.
International 48818, will you report us to the council and see us lashed to death before your eyes?
We would rather not.
Then keep silent. This place is ours. We shall never surrender it to any other man on earth.
Let us conceal the entrance so that
Union 53992 has found something peculiar again. We'll go check on them.
we are doing this against the will of the council. The will of the council is above all things. The will of our brothers is holy. We would rather be evil with you than good with all of our brothers. We shall keep your secret. May the council have mercy on our hearts. Isn't the time to say anything inappropriate. We do not wish to hear those words. We just fear. We fear that you may regret what you are doing.
We will never regret.
We are both breaking all the laws.
We feel such a rush each time we enter the tunnel.
It's been 2 years.
2 years, and yet each time we light the candle in the darkness, it feels like the very first time. We could go on forever, learning, experimenting.
No, we do not wish to hear it.
Call us a wretch, a traitor.
We're not saying such things.
But we feel a sense of purpose, greater than the bonds between any of our brothers.
You might get caught. You will get caught.
We do not care.
Our name is International 48818. This cannot go on. Our name is International 48818. It was given to us along with this bracelet. We are 23 years old. We are 6 foot 2 inches tall. On the day we turned 18, the Council of Vocations assigned us to be a street sweeper. For the years to come, we are to clear the streets of our community with 2 other members of our brigade. We are the leader of our brigade. It is our duty to make sure that our brothers fulfill their tasks, and the council trusted us to take care of our brothers. Sometimes, in the middle of the night, we hear them call out. but we do not know how. This cannot go on. The Quality 72521 is our best friend, and we cannot bear the thought of losing them because of a crime, a silly crime. We should not have called them our best friend. We are still keeping our secret. We look upon the uncharted forest sometimes.
We look upon the uncharted forest sometimes, beyond the ends of the paths at the edge of the city.
In Quality 72521 do not know this, but we also think about secrets. Secrets of the unmentionable times, legends lost to this world. The ruins of ancient cities now swallowed by thick trees. Hidden where sunlight cannot penetrate through the branches full of dark-colored leaves, where wild beasts run, whispering words of the evil ones. A great fire, it was called the dawn of the great rebirth, burned everything the evil ones made. And transgressors of the unspeakable word were brought into the square and burned on the pyre for all citizens to see. When we were 10, we saw such an incident. We stood and watched with all other children and all men of the city. As the transgressors brought to the square, their tongue had been torn out, so they could no longer speak. And they walked onto the pyre.
They were young and tall. Their eyes were clear as morning. Their face was calm and happy. There was a thin thread of blood running from the edge of their mouth, and yet their lips were smoking.
We wondered what the unspeakable word was, and the transgressor was willing to burn.
And heard before of saints. The saint of labor.
Saints of the council.
Saints of the great rebirth.
The saints. The saints that we have never seen. Any saints.
I hadn't even known what a saint was.
We watched the flame rise, and their eyes saw ours. The eyes of the transgressor of the unspeakable word burning on a pyre in the city square.
Their eyes saw ours, and we thought then, standing in the square, that their face was the face of a saint.
How can there be joy in their eyes, but we saw it, we saw pride in their eyes? How can it be when we only felt terror and shame? We watched the flame rise, and their eyes lost the light. What is the unspeakable word?
What is the unspeakable word?
You are smiling.
It is against the law to smile without reason, surely.
The irony of this coming from you. But we are not smiling without proper reason. We are smiling because we cannot stop thinking about Liberty 53000. Liberty 53000. Liberty 53000. We wish we could say their name above a whisper. Liberty 53000. We saw them the other day working in the fields with their sisters.
A woman?
A woman from the home of the
And
peasants?
their white tunic floating above the soil was like a white sail above a black sea.
You have done the only thing worse than taking notice of women. Taking notice of one among
We
women.
can close our eyes, and still we can see the image of their body, which was straight as a blade of iron, and their eyes in which we saw neither fear nor obedience. We saw sunlight reflecting from their hair, which was not tied with knots nor straight with braids like any other women. They were wild, like untamed grasses in the wind, defiant, with the most brilliant glow, as if it were coming from inside their body.
Pluck that image out of your heart. We are getting reassigned. Tomorrow we'll be on another route.
is your name?
Liberty 53, Equality 72521. You are beautiful, Liberty 53000.
You are not one of our brothers, Equality 72521.
We are not.
We do not wish you to be.
No, nor do we wish you to be one of our sisters.
You take this path every day.
You've taken notice of us.
We were taught to be observant of all things on earth. We were taught to take notice of weeds, the wild ones, and to pluck them out, for they are different and cannot be controlled and would destroy the order of the field. We were taught to take notice of their presence, wait for their appearance, and we were to reject them each time.
You were waiting for us.
You take this path every day.
How old are you?
20. We have not been sent to the Palace of Mating.
You will have to go when you turn 21. We do not wish
If you see us among scores of women, will you look upon us?
We will look upon you among all the women on the earth.
They're unlike those of any other men.
And yours. We do not call you Liberty 53000 in our thoughts.
What do you call us?
The Golden One?
We have also given you a different name when we came.
What name have you given us?
Unconquered.
Such thoughts are forbidden, Golden One.
But you too think such thoughts. Do you wish us to stop thinking
You are
them?
to stop thinking them. But do not obey us, our dearest one.
Speak those words again.
Which words? Our dearest one.
You look weary. The day is hot. We shall go get you some water.
There's been an emergency. One of them is missing. Find out what happened. Find them.
It's a miracle.
Quality 72521.
Where have you been?
You were absent from last night's assembly.
Where have you been during those 3 hours of mandatory social recreation?
We will not tell you.
Flash them until they speak.
We
have you been?
We will not tell you. Oh.
Are you ready to speak?
Ah!
Where have you been?
Metal wires, glowing light. Metal wires, glowing light. Ah!
Take them to the Palace of Corrective Detentions.
Oh!
Are you ready to speak?
It's been many days.
Many days. We heard what happened.
We have not lost count.
You have to get out of here. You have to try.
Do not try anything rash.
There are no guards.
You should not need guards to know how to obey the Council's orders.
The World Council of Scholars meets in our city tomorrow. We have counted the
We will
days.
speak with them tomorrow. You have to escape
We have to
tonight.
escape tonight.
The Council of Vocations has sent another brother for our brigade.
We never wanted to be an outcast.
How did you?
We haven't much time.
Did the Council let you go?
We have
Did you
created
tell
a
them?
miracle. No, not a miracle. The fruit of our hard labor in the tunnels. Many months, years after we've gone.
Slow down, then.
We have looked into the
Bless
past.
you.
We have learned from those who came before us, and we ache to learn more.
Does it still hurt?
This will be our chance. Tomorrow, we will present our gift to the World Council of Scholars. Will you come with us?
No, we cannot. Did you tell them about the tunnel?
Tomorrow, we will leave the entrance to the tunnel open.
No!
We will go to the World Council of Scholars tomorrow. They will understand. They will accept us. We will finally be one of them. We will no longer be an outcast. Will you come with us, our dear brother?
No, we can't. No, we cannot.
We will go with or without you.
Do you know what might await?
We know.
Are you not afraid?
We have made our choice.
Are you not happy to be a street sweeper?
Are you ever happy?
Why wouldn't we be happy? The question is absurd.
We are never happy as a street sweeper. We are to be a scholar. We wish to bring the gift of our discovery, a new kind of light from the heart of metals. We wish to bring the gift of progress to all mankind.
The Council of Vocations will never accept what comes from what one
The
man.
Council of Vocations will understand the good that it will do.
And what if they do not? Are you aware of the consequences?
We are.
If you are to be punished, your brothers will not be able to share your fate with you.
We would not ask that.
Your brothers. We will not be able to ease your torment. You will be completely alienated and alone.
Alone is all we've ever been. We have endured every blow that has come to us, and we are willing to take on some more. Our scars will remind us that we are doing the right thing.
They will disagree with you. Hate you, ridicule you, convince all of our brothers to hate you, ridicule you.
We know.
You willingly commit a crime. They might put you in corrective detention until the end of your days, or
Even if they were to
or-
tie us to a pillar and send vultures to gnaw at our flesh day and night for an eternity, we would not care.
Even if they had to do the one thing worse than death, they might banish you, send you out like a wild beast. Will be spoken of by none, remembered by none.
We know. We can no longer stand being denied of our worth. You may follow the council's orders, move your limbs as you are told. Finish the tasks that are given to you. Accept your life until the council send you to the home of the useless. You will accept that too. You will die without having lived just like your brothers. Do you not ever wonder what it might be like to hold a piece of knowledge, a secret known to none other? That day When they burn the transgressor of the forbidden word, it keeps coming back to our thoughts, and in our thoughts we call them a saint. They watched us, as all men, women, and children watched the flames rise in the city square that afternoon. The air was thick as gelatin. There was an impenetrable silence save for the sound of dry wood cracking in the flames. Our sisters' eyes, full of tears and fire, looked at us, and us alone through the flames. We did not understand them then, but now we know. They had chosen us to be the heir of their cause, the heir of all martyrs before us. We understand it. We will continue their cause, and we are ready to suffer for it. We will escape this life, this hell of a life with everything forced upon us. We deserve to be applauded for our accomplishments. We deserve to be recognized for our potentials, and we will not stop searching for it. The forbidden word, for we believe that it's the key. We believe that it's the key to our future.
Where are you going?
To the tunnel.
We do not understand.
What did out the contradiction?
Who are you? You are not one of our brothers.
We have created a new source of light, a new power of nature.
Who are you? What are you doing here? You do not look like a scholar.
We are a street sweeper of this city. We wish to present to you our discovery.
A street sweeper lodging in on the World Council of Scholars. It is not to be believed. It is against all the rules of all
Our brothers, please. We might have broken the laws of the state, but please believe that our intentions are for the good of all. We bring forth a creation that shall benefit the future of all mankind.
What is it? Order! What is it?
Our brothers, fear nothing, our brothers. These metal wires, they are as light as cobwebs. They contain within them a great power, but it is tame, and it is our gift to you. Our brothers, we bring you the power of the sky. We bring you the power of the earth. Take it. Take it, and let us be one of you. The humblest among you. Let us learn together, work together, and harness this power. Let us flood our cities with light, a new kind of light. Brighter, steadier, cleaner, safer, and it will last much longer than our candles or torches. Our brothers,
Silence! You wretch. You barge in here and boast of your infamy. How dare you think that your mind is greater than the minds of your brothers? How dare you think you are of greater service to mankind than in the sweeping of the streets?
How dare you to rebel against the decisions made by your council?
How dare you? You shall burn at the stake for this. How dare you?
No, lash them till they forget all about their foolish ideas.
Our brothers, please hear us. You may lash our body, you may burn us at the stake, we do not care. For the light, will you not use the light? Will you simply turn away from the opportunity to better the lives of all?
You come by the will of all your brothers.
No, we come upon your halls alone.
What is not done collectively cannot be right! You have worked on this alone.
Yes,
What is not done collectively cannot be
but it is done for the good of all our brothers.
Many of our brothers in the lungs of the scholars have come up with strange new ideas in the past, but they abandoned those ideas once the majority of men voted against them, as all men must.
Your discovery is useless.
We think only of progress, of the future of mankind. Our creation came from knowledge.
Your creation will bring ruin to the Department of Candles. It will only bring chaos to mankind.
It will wreck the decisions made by the World
It
Council.
will ease the toils of all men.
Then it is a great evil. Why else do men exist but to toil for other men? This thing, it must be destroyed.
You must punish.
Our name is Union 5-3992. It is the first thing we learned as far as we can remember. We are 21 years old. We are exactly 5'8". On the day we turned 18, the Council of Vocations assigned us our life mandate. We were selected as a street sweeper because we were unfit for any other employment. We were born with only half a brain. Our teachers told us so. Information seems to leak out of our consciousness just as it sifts in as if our head is a colander. We used to be chastised for being idiotic. It always took us longer to comprehend each phenomenon as the teachers explained them during the science of things. All street sweepers work in brigades of three. The other two brothers in our brigade are Equality 7-2521 and International 4-8818. At school, Equality 7-2521 was always the first to learn everything, yet they pretended to understand nothing. They lied often. Lying was a great transgression, but we understood why they lied. We did not want to be considered an article. International 4-8818 is always lesbians. They were kind to us. We remember being overwhelmed by all the noises and emotions around us, and we could not control our body. Our limb would tremble, and we would feel numb. We remember falling over and feeling as if being sucked into a narrow tunnel. We remember struggling to breathe, our heart pounding as if it was going to burst out of our chest. I remember hurting to consciousness. The first thing we saw was a smiling face, International 4-8818. We were told that all brothers are one, and that if we only ever remember one thing, it should be that the great we are one, indivisible and forever. That is not something we comprehend. We do not understand why 100 of our brothers all together are considered staying as one brother alone. We do not understand why we are the same. Our brothers' arms and legs do not tremble when they get too excited or too upset or too nervous. Our skin is not connected to our skin. How can we be one if we did not look the same? How can we be indivisible if we couldn't even remember each other's faces or recognize each other's voices? We were left alone in the shade one day after another convulsion. We awoke and found ourselves alone. We forbidden by the law to be alone at any time. But it was not our fault. We did not say this to our brothers, but they did not hear our voice. When we find them looking at us, we see only pity in their eyes. Pity.
We do not dare admit it. We do not know if we truly comprehend it. We cannot tell. We must not tell our brothers what we know. No one suspected us to know anything. What is the unspeakable word? 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 We went to the tunnel where Quality 72521 worked on their experiments. There were glass vials with liquids of strange colors and scraps of metal. We saw streams of water sparkling on the dark walls like blood. manuscripts that the quality 72521 had stolen from the home of the scholars, stacked upon stone tables. What do you know? We wonder if they knew.
Ran into the uncharted forest. We ran for a long time. We ran until the end of the world, the end of our days. We ran until our lights gave out and we could move no longer. We do not know where we are going. We have nothing. We are tired. What are you doing here?
We have found you.
How
We
come?
decided to follow you and we have found you. We decided to follow you and we will follow you wherever you go. If danger threatened you, we shall face it also. If it be death, we shall die with you. You are damned. And we wish to share your damnation. Your eyes. We took notice of your eyes when we first met. Your eyes are as a flame. There's dull and dreadful on your lips. There's determination. On theirs we see only conformity. Hold your head high. Be cool. Walk. Crawl. You would rather be damned with you than blessed with all other men. Do as you please with us, but do not send us away. We love you. No, no, that's not what we meant to say. We are one. We are one, alone and only, and we love you, who are one, alone and only.
It happens every once in a while. Once every few decades, to be exact.
Someone finds a time.
One that connects our present to the past.
To the unmentionable times.
They feel dissatisfied with what they hold in their
They
hands.
rejoice as if they found the answers to all the problems of mankind.
It's all been done before. Electricity, nuclear power.
Destruction, one man's crusade for something that they are way out of depth to
Out of chaos, the World Council created order.
The council is wise. The council is capable.
The council control.
The will of the council shall be respected.
Never questioned.
All men serve the council, and the council serves all men.
And the collective is good, the only good that may balance out the evil that is individuality.
It happens. happens every so often. They lash out and decide to depart and build their own life outside the collective.
They speak of revolutions. They go off and live in the uncharted forest.
As long as they do not come back.
Fools! The unknown will devour.
We survive.
The collective will always survive.
Our lips touched. It was a strange thing to do. An instinct. It was only an instinct which we do not know where it had come from. A thing we've never done before, and yet it felt so natural.
We do not know what it was, but it made us forget how to breathe.
It made us feel like we do not need to breathe, like a sort of power went through our body. The same kind of power that came out of the sky and went into the metal wires and made them glow.
We felt a tingle.
We felt a tingle. Like a wave of warmth spreading from the top of our head to the tips of our toes.
We felt as if we were going paralyzed, yet we've never felt more alive.
We alone, we love you, our dearest one. Alone. Unlike how your sisters loved you.
Unlike how we loved our sisters.
Unlike how we loved our brothers.
Unlike how your brothers loved you.
This is something entirely different.
Entirely different.
Entirely different. We've committed the greatest transgression of preference in the history of man. But we do not care. Let us be. We choose to be a fugitive so long as we're with you.
We became a fugitive the very first time we saw you. For the very first time, our sisters did not share our thoughts about you.
Our brothers' thoughts are never one as ours. And our thoughts are never in all their minds. We were condemned for it, but with you, we're simply recognized. And we feel loved for our differences. There must be a way to explain it. There must be a word. Could it be the forbidden word? The unspeakable word? What is the unspeakable word?
That day we spoke by the hedge. We recognized you by the field as we recognized the crops we had planted. We worked with our sisters, dreamt with our sisters, confided in our sisters each day and night, and yet our thoughts became separated from their thoughts. We watched our thoughts wander, shifting their shapes like the clouds. We would look up at the clouds often from the fields. We had learned at school from the science of things that all clouds are made of the same elements. They're all made of water that became ice, and a little bit of dust. And yet these clouds, they form the most extraordinary shapes.
They made us wonder. Every natural thing is made different, so how can the world make sense if differences are considered equal? And are we not all natural things? We need to find the meaning, the definition, the proper name of our existence. No. Like clouds. Like leaves in the wind, finally set apart from the world we escaped from our brothers and sisters.
We do not need a different word, a new word to call ourselves, for we hear it in the way you speak to us, the way you speak our name. Even if it was an arbitrary one given to us by the council. Liberty 5, that was it. It's different. We do not need a different word,
Yes,
a new
we
word to
do,
call
yes,
ourselves.
we do, our beloved. We must, for only then will we be able to call ourselves. We will no longer be part of that city of the damned. And when we speak of our feelings, our joyous feelings, our fears, our longings, which go up from our throat and bubble up from our heart. No longer wish to be reminded of our brothers whom we left behind, whom we no longer consider brothers. So we do, our beloved, we must forest. We must keep searching for it, the secret that was hidden from us, hidden from all of us. It is our destiny, ours alone, to find the forbidden word.
We went deeper into the forest. We found shelters, sometimes inside hollow tree trunks.
We went deeper into the forest. We found shelter along the way beneath the trees.
The branches reach down towards us as the roots reach out above the earth. They're covered in moss, and in the mornings we wake up to find dewdrops trembling at the tips of the leaves. And we stand up and we went even deeper into the forest.
We used to lie awake in the sleeping hall at the home of the street sweepers.
We used to lie awake at the sleeping hall at the home of the peasants.
We would look out the window and try to remember the positions of each star.
And now, we are beneath a canopy of stars as we look up at night.
And we can see constellations floating above us. We still remember the positions of each star. They have not changed. Our gaze is upwards, and yet it seems that we are looking into an abyss, just like the tunnel we discovered by the ravine. The abyss looks back, now decorated with stars as if lights from far away places. Not candlelights, but the lights from the metal wires, glowing red and gold like the metal wires. It looks back into us.
We walked further and further in search of answers to questions we cannot define.
A secret without a keeper.
A secret without a keeper.
You see?
There's a house. There's a strange house. There's a clearing in the depth of the forest, and there's a strange house standing alone in the clearing. It was small. Much smaller than the houses we have lived in, but it was made of stone. And the stone was smooth. The entire wall looks as if made of the same piece of flat, smooth stone. Impossible. We found rooms. Small rooms which can hold no more than 12 people. Rooms full of colors. Rooms with giant pieces of glasses on the walls. We see figures like ourselves behind those glasses. We found garments. Yet they were made of fabrics we've never touched and in colors we've never thought possible. Unlike our tunics that only come in white. Our fingers sense everything. Our skins feel everything. We wrap these strings of, well, they look like strings of dewdrops, yet they do not vaporize when the sun comes up, and they glisten permanently in the most splendid colors. We wrap them around our hair and our arms. We look at ourselves. There's a peculiar room with only one bed inside and one round piece of glass standing alone. We look into the glass and we see ourselves look back. We're startled at first, and then we watch ourselves in wonder. Every gesture, every turn was unfamiliar. We watch ourselves as if we were under a spell.
We found a room with walls made of shells, which held rows of manuscripts from the floor to the ceiling. They are filled with strange handwritings, small and on papers tightly bound together. The manuscripts are flat and encased with a hard shell of leather, cloth, and thick paper. These manuscripts are written in our language, yet we cannot understand many of the words. These must be the words of the evil ones from the imaginary times. No. Ancient times, where we can no longer be sure what is right or wrong, what is good or evil, that we no longer wish to judge anything by the council's disciplines. This must be the forbidden words. The words that we've been searching for, the answers to the questions we cannot define, the secret that was lost by its keeper. The one word. The one word. We are alone, yet we converse with the men and women from the ancient times through these pages. We converse with them. We try to make sense of the peculiar phrases in their speeches. We try to find the ways they identify themselves when they were alone. We will find it. We will learn it. We will discover the word. We open our heart to knowledge and the secrets of the past. We try to decipher the meaning of truths that are entirely new to us. We will find the word. The word. The word. I, son of chaos and eternal night. I, son. For so I created them free, and free they must remain. I created I think. I will. My thoughts, my hands, my spirit, my sky, my forest, this earth of mine, my will, and most valuable of all, my freedom. My freedom. My dearest, my dearest. I, this word I, it is a god of a word. It means, well, it means I.
I love you. Say it to us again. The word. I. You, the unconquered.
I, the unconquered.
I love you.
And I, you, my dearest one.
I feel distinguished. I feel as if the city I had lived in all my life no longer exists. I feel as if I are the only woman and you are the only man left in this world. I feel afraid. I feel afraid. I were not frightened when I followed you into the forest, and not when I climbed up the steep hills, and not when I dodged the branches to find the path, and not when I entered this strange house. And yet now I feel afraid. Now I feel separated from my past, and there's nothing ahead of me, and everything's ahead of me, and I just...
My love, fear not. You and I are no longer enslaved. You and I are freed from the need to assimilate, to follow orders, to obey.
I feel as if I should fly, yet I do not have wings and do not know my direction. My name was Liberty 53000. I had a job which was given to me, which was to plant the seeds and plow the fields and harvest them in the fall. I was one with my sisters. I saw myself in my sisters until I saw you. Until you found me. Who is Liberty 53000 now?
My love. You had left that name behind the day I drank water from your hands. I have a new name. For you have distinguished yourself among all others, and all men and women who have distinguished themselves have their own unique, proper names. of a goddess. She was the mother of all gods, the mother of the earth itself. Her name was Gaia.
Gaia. Then it shall be my name. For I will be a mother. The mother of our children.
And I have read of a man who lived thousands of years ago, and of all the names in these books, his is the one I wish to bear. He brought the light of the gods down to men, and he taught men how to be gods. And he suffered for his deeds. All bearers of life must suffer.
What was his name?
Prometheus. His name was Prometheus.
It shall be my name.
From now on, Gaia, my beloved, this house, these rooms belong to you and I only. This is our new home, and we will share it with no one. No one will take it away from us, and no one will find us. Our children will grow up with unique, proper names. They will be taught the meaning of the word I, and they will never submit to the worship of this evil thing, this corrupt nation.
I am the outlaw. I think I will. My thoughts.
They need to be
my
stopped.
freedom.
Citizens of the community, our brothers and sisters, we ask for your help, for your eyes and ears are one with ours.
Bring forth the fugitive and you shall be rewarded.
Help us find Equality 72521. What news?
They fled. Should we call for a search party?
No need. Is there someone we can put on trial? Yes. The will of our brothers be done. And has the tunnel been? Yes. We make sure of that.
My name is International 4AA.
My name is Union 5-3992.
I know what it feels like to have a secret.
I know what it feels like to be different.
A piece of knowledge my brothers do not know.
To have a secret place
The council
in my
cannot
head
control
that
my
I
thoughts,
can't
and I
share with my
control
brothers.
thoughts. This word is all I think about.
I
All I hear
am.
in my head.
I now have a new voice resonating in my head, and for the first time in my life, I no longer feel alone.
For the first time, I noticed that.
I will learn everything.
I will forget. I will remember nothing.
I understand everything. I went to the
I
edge
went to the
of the
tunnel
city
and looked
and
into
looked
the
for a
depths.
path. I
took
took
a
a
leap.
leap.
Citizens of the community, our brothers and sisters, be not frightened.
The transgressors of the forbidden word have been apprehended.
Equality 72521 and International 48818 shall be tried and convicted in the court of justice.
Let us be warned of the evil they committed.
Let us rejoice in our victory against the defiant.
Let us be grateful for the life we
I
had.
thought that was the end of it.
International 48818, are you ready to speak?
Equality
someone to know I should
725,
not
are you ready to speak?
International 48818, you ready?
Equality 725, are you ready to confess?
I wasn't supposed to be in this part of the story.
My name. I used to be called Union 5-3992. That wasn't a name. That was an identification which consisted of 5 digits of numbers and then a dash and then my identification numbers. And before that was randomly assigned words. All the words were good words. My teachers at the house of the students told me there was a list of good words. My word, union, unity, unity, one. As in all brothers are one. Togetherness. Though I never really felt that togetherness.
Identification.
Ha!
Identification.
International 48818.
Are you ready to confess? International 48818. Are you ready to confess?
Ah!
Are you ready to confess?
Yes, we are.
You've stolen from our brothers, you've deceived your councils, you've conspired with the outlawed, you have spoken the unspeakable word. You admit to all of your transgressions? International 48818. Do you admit to all of your transgressions?
Ah!
International 48818. Do you admit? Do you comprehend the severity of your crime? Do you comprehend the severity of your crime? Take International 48818 to the Palace of Corrective Detentions. You are to be executed on the town square as an example to all.
No, wait, our brothers, wait!
The council is merciful. The council is fair. And the council has decided not to burn you at the stake, lash you, in light of your confession.
Please, our brothers, please, we accept punishment as we should. But please, let us ridicule us, hate us, detest us, but let us return to our post. Let us.
International 48818. The council is merciful. The council is fair. But the evil cannot be cleansed from your heart. It cannot stay in your body. It must be eliminated. You are one with all your brothers, so do not worry. Your brothers will pick up your post. They will continue your toil. Adjourned. Identification? Is your name Equality 72521? Is it not so according to the carvings on your bracelet? Can you not speak? Equality 72521, it is reported that you left the Palace of Corrective Detention without the council's consent. You disrespected your council by refusing to honor your life mandate. Do you comprehend the severity of your transgression? Do you comprehend the severity of your transgressions? They will not speak. Take Equality 72521 back to the Palace of Corrective Detention where they shall wait for their punishment. They will be burned at the stake. For they have committed multiple crimes of contempt, contumacy, dishonesty, disloyalty, insubordination, insolence, and worst of all, the transgression of aggravated autonomy.
No, how? No.
We will find a way.
Where will we go? No, they'll realize we're missing and they'll hunt us down. We dare not commit any more transgressions.
Anywhere. For the first time in my life, counsel does not dictate what I do next. I know nothing of tomorrow or the next hour or the next moment. They have taken my name away from me! And I am free. The roles that I had played. We will find shelters. Lead us outside. We will find roads in the woods, and if not, we'll keep going. I will not simply wait for my execution. How can they kill me? I am no longer the man they think I am.
I was happy to be a street sweeper. Content as I should be. There are things I wish I could have been instead sometimes. I have to be honest most of the time. I think about those things. Those thoughts are as fleeting as the wind which blows the leaves from the trees. And I collect those leaves and I dispose of them. And it was my responsibility. I was good at my job. There is nowhere to go. I can no longer convince myself that I'm one with my brothers. And while it may not be my job, my duty to love all my brothers equally, I do not wish to be separated. I do not wish to live without community. It is an awful feeling to be alone and hopeless and uncertain. There is nothing outside our community but the wilderness. My mind, it is in agony, and I feel beside myself, snatched from the life that I understand. Can anything be worse than this?
Would you rather die?
Well, at least I wouldn't have to sweep the streets for another 20 years. This is my home. This is the only life I know how to live. I know exactly where I should be, what I should do, and to whom I should look for my next direction at any given moment, as I know which direction the sun rises and sets each and every morning and evening. I wish to live forever, if I may. What a sweet sensation it is to breathe. I did not choose my occupation. None of us did. In a different world, maybe hundreds and thousands of years ago, or maybe one day in the future, maybe tomorrow for all I know, or maybe hundreds and thousands of tomorrows after all men can do as they like, and each can live as they prefer, and preference would be a choice then. But still, it frightens me too. Having to make my own decisions, my own choices. Because then I have to be responsible for my own decisions. What if I made a mistake? What if my choices brought suffering to other people? There must be a reason why the council does what it does. If there were any other way, why wouldn't they do it? The word is I, the forbidden word. Singular, divine, the way one should call oneself free from the worship, the corruption of the your friend
The forbidden word. Singular. Divine. The way one should call upon oneself.
in the unmentionable times. It became forbidden. It was forgotten. The council named a secret because it hid a cruel evil. When a secret is revealed, it can never be concealed ever again. No. When I'm in the middle of a crowd, I no longer feel a part of something that I may depend upon. And I've never felt so alienated and alone, and I am alone, and it is no longer a transgression, but a punishment.
So tell them. Tell them all our brothers and sisters, to tell them this word. They deserve to know this word, and they'll understand. Everyone will understand, and then it won't be a transgression anymore. It'll just be something we all get used to.
Nothing like what we learned in the science of things at school. Tell me, what good does it do when all of us realize that we're worlds apart away from each other? We'll start to treat each other differently, badly even, because we'll start to realize that some of us are better than others, and we'll put ourselves before everyone else. The secret fades, vanishes with me. Take your escape, brother, and go. Find your place in the world somewhere else. Forgive me, but I cannot go with you. This is my home, and I've always had what suffices. The council never provides more than what suffices, nor ever less than necessary. This is my home. And I'll be out of my element anywhere else. There might be a world of possibilities for you, but nothing more than a vacuum out there for me. Like a fog so thick the sunlight cannot come. Take your escape, my brother. Take your escape and forget. Grant me this wish. And do it for me. My brother. Forget. Forget about this place. Forget about all of us. Escape. This is my home.
Where would you go?
Anywhere. Isn't anywhere better than here?
Who will you turn to when you cannot find your way?
Whose voice will you search for when the moonlight is extinguished and you wander the woods? Branches upon branches over your head.
Whose hand will you clutch when you're out of balance on the crest of a hill, loose rocks tumbling right by your feet?
I will help myself, singular, alone but not helpless.
Do you still exist? Are you still living when no one acknowledges your existence?
I will find a way. My own thoughts, and my own voice.
Will you still have a voice if there is no one there to listen to you?
We built fences around us, around the house, so the others wouldn't bother us, although there wouldn't be any other men nearby. We traveled far enough to make sure of that. We're pretty busy most of the time. In the garden where we planted crops and vegetables. We built it together. And at night we turn on the light and we read these ancient books. They're called books. We read these books in the library. We learned all of these things in the library.
Each day there's more to learn than the day before. I read. I scale these walls of books. I dive into the worlds created within those books. Sometimes the words are inconceivable, the knowledge obscure, but slowly I'm making more and more connections in my head. I read about magnificent men who lived long ago and ancient civilizations that vanished in the past.
People used to live with animals inside their houses.
I read that people have been to the moon and many other places that we cannot see from Earth.
I read that there was once a goose that laid golden eggs. I read about giants that controlled the lightning and tapestries, and they drank this sort of liquid called wine, which made them soporific and made them laugh. They lived on top of a mountain called Olympus.
And that people used to store the energy from the sun, the winds, and the earth itself.
These images in these books, we couldn't conceive how anyone could draw so well, so lifelike.
I read about photography, about sculpture, different ways people use to preserve their own images and forms.
I read about this phenomenon called war, which happens when people have disagreements and they can't find
I felt as if I wasn't sitting in the library of a house built in the ancient times, but at the very center of the universe. And I could travel to the end of the world with words on paper.
I feel as if we're worlds apart, even when we're sitting right next to each other.